Alright, so, as we know, playoffs will be upon us this next coming week. The OSSAA has just recently released the brackets. So, as we can see, the brackets are out. Most of these matchups seem pretty reasonable. Some of them were expected. I mean, last night, pretty much everyone already knew who was going to be playing who. But, like I said, I have seen a few upsets happen at last minute. Today, we're going to kind of be breaking down the matchups. Alright. So, let's get right into this. So, Shattuck will be hosting Ringwood. Alex will host Empire. Dewar will host Canadian. And Foyle will host Yale. Now, Shattuck, seeing, kind of has the advantage. I mean, well, they're the top-ranked team, but from what I've seen, they play an ironclad defense like some of these other ranked teams. Alex and Empire should be a really good matchup. As we know, Alex beat Laverne early in the season. So, it'll be interesting to see how Alex plays out in the playoffs. Dewar will host Canadian. Dewar does play a good defense. As of right now, I've got Dewar favored to go third round, but we'll see from there. And I don't really know much on Foyle and Yale right now. It is their first year coming back from 11-man down to 8-man, so we'll have to see how that goes. Moving on. So, Waurika will host Cyril. Cherokee will host Turpin. Davenport will host Oaks. And then you already know our Panthers will travel to Waurika. Now, not knowing much on Waurika, I say they will go second round, possibly quarterfinals. Cherokee, will probably go second round, or Turpin. I'm not really sure on these two teams, but I am saying right now it is going to be a close game because, as we know, Turpin upset Ceiling. So, I say Turpin will kind of be a threat in the playoffs. Davenport will probably have the upper hand on Oaks. And then, not really knowing, the Panthers have been on a hot streak. As you know, they took Dewar into all four quarters. First time they've done that in a long time. Still getting beat by a lot, but took them in the four quarters. I do think this will be a good matchup. Of course, as we know, Waurika went undefeated in their district before getting knocked off by Wetumpka this week. Moving on to the second part of the middle bracket. So, Wetumpka will host Gans. Depew will host Watts. A little interesting thing here. Pioneer Pleasantville will host Ceiling in a non-conference rematch. Shocking enough, these two teams played each other, I believe, either week 2 or 3. Alright. And Ryan will host Burns Flat Dill City. Yeah. Moving on to the bottom part of the bracket. So, okay, so Regent will host Prue. Kyoto will host Strother. Snyder will host Bradoil. And Laverne will host Wacomas. Pretty much I'm saying Regent's going to have the upper hand against Prue. They say Prue is down a lot this year. I believe Strother could give Keota a run for their money. Strother about beat Dewar, because on week 1, I believe it was, Dewar would beat Strother by 2. Of course, Strother's been playing a tight schedule, similar to what the Panthers have been playing. But I do believe Strother could give Keota a run for their money. See, Snyder will most likely have the upper hand against Bray Doyle. See, what I don't really understand on this, Bray Doyle only won 1 district game, and that was against Wilson. And they're advancing the playoffs. See, initially, like I said in the other video, Bray Doyle, Wilson, and Central High Marlowe were tied at 4th, but they did it by points. Therefore, Bray Doyle will move on, and then Wilson and Central High seeing their season come to an end. And Laverne, who was the state runner-up last year, will probably have the upper hand against Wacomas. I don't really know anything on Wacomas. I've seen very little film on them. Actually, going back to the middle part of the playoff bracket. So, Wetumpka should have the upper hand against Gans. They've been blowing out opponents left and right in their district. Depew against Watts ought to be a close game. I'm not really sure who's going to come out a winner on that. Watts plays a good defense. I know Depew is down a lot, but they managed to overcome some obstacles to get runner-up in their district. It's going to be hard to determine Sealing and Pioneer Pleasantville, as, like I said, these two teams played each other in regular season. So this is going to be hard to determine who will advance the second round. I'm told one of Sealing's best players is out, but I have seen players overcome, like the ones that are injured, and still manage to go like second round, maybe quarterfinals. And then Ryan and Burns Flatdale City, I don't really know much on them. I'm kind of favoring Ryan over Burns Flat right now because I've seen very little film, but I did see where Ryan would get into a, like I said weeks ago, they got in that 78-74 scoring fest with the Bray Doyle. So that's actually going to about sum it up there. Alright. But as of right now, how I'm favoring it to go, which it'll change later on. Right now, I've got Shattuck over Ringwood, Alex over Empire, Dewar over Canadian, and Yale over Foyle. Now, I know Yale's been struggling, but I do believe they could make an upset, but Foyle has also been outscoring opponents, so we'll have to see how that goes. And Warwick will probably have the upper hand over Cyril. Cherokee and Turpin's probably going to be too close to call. Davenport will probably beat Oaks. I believe the Panthers will beat Walika, but I kind of believe it might be too close to call. I'm not really sure. Wetumpka will have the upper hand over Gans. Depew and Watts is probably going to be too close to call. Pioneer, Pleasantville, and Sealing probably too close to call. And Ryan and Burns Flat, that's probably going to be too close to call, because I know nothing on these four. Okay, Regent will probably have the upper hand over Prue. Keota and Strother will be a really close one to call. And then Snyder and Laverne will have the upper hands over their respected teams. Bray Oil and Wacomas, obviously. And and here's another look at the bracket, the official one, which is what I was looking at. Don't forget, our Panthers will play Walika, and as I said before, the winner of this game will battle the winner between Davenport and Oaks. Let's lay out the rest of it. The winner between Cherokee and Turpin will battle the winner of Waurika and Cyril. Then the winner between Foyle and Yale will get the winner between Dewar and Canadian. The winner between Alex and Empire will take on the winner between Shattuck and Ringwood. Then the Wetumpka Gans winner will take on the winner between Depew and Watts. Pioneer Pleasantville and Sealing. The winner of that game battle the winner between Ryan and Burns Flat Dill City. Regent Prep and Prue, the winner out of that, battle whoever comes out between Keota and Strother. The winner between Snyder and Braydoyle will battle the winner between Laverne and Wacomas. That's going to about lay out the bracket. And I'm out.